Welcome back. It's your boy Cellus Hamilton here.
And it's your girl Denya Hamilton.
And you're listening to a new episode of
Tour Life.
So as you know, it has been several years.
2 years.
2 years. Do you know when our last podcast was?
I just looked at it, December 2023.
December 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost December 2025 in 2 months.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
it's
like
not
1 month, really, because November is like this weekend. But yeah.
November's this weekend. You're right. So it's not really that we haven't had much to say. What would you say is the reason why we've been gone?
I mean, life be lifing. We found out we were pregnant like a month after we released that episode, and we had our second son, Marcellus Moses.
Marcellus Moses in the building. You might hear him a little bit, but you already know how we do, family vibes.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not that we haven't had much to say. Life has been lifing. Things have been just moving. Our family's expanded. And one thing that we've always shared, for those of you who tune into our podcast, is that we feel that we want to have not the pressure to feel like we always have to come up with something to say on a time schedule, but really to be able to live life and to be able to let these podcasts be a flow of what God is doing and what we're experiencing in real time.
Yeah.
So recently, we felt that nudge to get back out here and do one of these, as we've also been uncovering some really uncomfortable things in our marriage. My wife doesn't even know what we're going to really get into today.
He just told me to pick a date and
trust me.
And to trust him. So I am not prepared, but here we are. I'm trusting God, trusting my husband.
Yeah. Now, one thing that you do know is this conversation is not the first time we've had that. I think that's some wisdom that we've learned from marriage counseling. Mm-hmm. So we're not having this conversation for the first time, but the conversation was unfinished. And so I do think that part of the vulnerability of this time is that we're really going to be working through some of these answers. We may not get to the answers today, but we believe that there's power and there's some value in that. So if you don't remember, let me refresh you. Maybe about 2 weeks ago, or maybe a little less than that, we were doing a devotional. Mm-hmm. We were sitting on the couch and we were reading this devotional by Rick Renner, Spiritual Gems in the Greek, that we were gifted by some friends of ours. And there was a devotion that was talking about how husbands can really be better husbands to their wives. Do you remember that night?
Yes, and it listed like not only the spiritual gems, but practical gems.
Yes.
And I really appreciate it.
You loved it. Why did you love that devotion?
Yeah, because it wasn't just like about the spiritual. Like obviously we are believers in the Bible, and it tells like, husband love your wives as Christ loved the church. But it was practical, like open the door for your wife. Don't talk bad about her in front of your friends or your children. So I was like, this is great. And mind you, you do most of those things.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah. So we went through these powerful steps that a husband can do to really love his wife well. You affirmed me in a powerful way, letting me know that there were a lot of these things on that list that I already do. Mm-hmm. But there was one thing that it said that particularly husbands should do, and you let me know that this is an area that I really struggle in. Do you remember what that area was?
It was something like when your wives get dressed up, make sure that you comment like about how, you look nice, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, you don't do those things. You actually do it in a particular, timing, which is basically when I'm not dressed up. And sometimes I feel like when I put like my best foot forward, or because I don't dress up that often, I'm usually in no makeup, like sweats, whatever, like that Drake song. But when I do get dressed up, whether it's for like an event or even church, I want to hear from my husband like, oh, you look good. And usually it's like crickets.
Yeah. So you shared with me that night that you were like, out of all these things on this list that you do well, he's letting you know right now that wives really want to feel beautiful from their husbands. Mm-hmm. And you were like, you do a great job of letting me know that you think I'm beautiful, but not when I actually really want you to say it.
Yeah.
You were like, you always tell me I look beautiful when I'm just regular, natural beauty. You were like, but when I put in the effort,
Yes.
I put on the makeup,
Yep.
I really pick out my outfit and really put time and energy
It's like
in.
you don't even you don't even look at me. And I believe it's because it's something that you shared a long time ago. And what's that thing that you...
Wait. Hold on.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves?
Nah, because I think we're not getting ahead, but
Okay.
I think you're highlighting, because I had pushback to that.
Yeah.
I started off defending myself very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because you basically were saying, you tell me I look beautiful, but only when you want to and not when I actually need to hear it.
Right.
And what was some of the reasons why I was defending that and saying like that wasn't a bad thing?
So am I picking up to what I was about to say? Or
maybe. I mean, I want to know if you remember, because I think a part of this is hearing each other, because I was like, so like, what's wrong with me telling you look beautiful when you're wearing no makeup? Because
but that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's great. The reason why I feel like I don't have to be dressed up all the time is because you have affirmed me that my beauty doesn't lie in what I'm wearing or if I have makeup on. You just love me for who I am naturally. That's great. However, I feel like there are certain times, again, when I do get dressed up, which is literally once in a blue moon, it would be nice to have you comment instead of just like say nothing at all. Like, you don't even look at me.
Yeah.
And so that was my pushback.
Yeah. I remember I said something a little more than that. And I started saying that part of the reason why I don't compliment you when you put makeup on and when you pick out those outfits that you really love is because you think those moments you're beautiful and you feel beautiful. But I was saying in my mind, I don't like when you wear those things.
Yeah.
And
I know.
How did that make you feel when I said that?
Just for context too, I know that we don't have the same style, which is funny because we literally have like a similar outfit on right now. But
I didn't know what she was wearing.
I didn't know what he was wearing, but
so
apparently...
we kind of clowning ourselves, talking about roasting each other's styles, but we still got the same outfit
But this
on.
is chill, but like, meaning like when we get dressed or whatever, I usually don't rock with his style and then vice versa. So I feel like maybe that's one of the elements, like, oh, he's not commenting because he doesn't like it. And so, but I feel like we can still appreciate, the effort and the creativity of putting our outfits together. So I feel like, okay, maybe that's why he didn't comment. But it's just a consistent thing over the last few years that I've experienced when we were able to actually talk about it, because literally a devotional talked about, hey, when your wife, I forgot exactly what it said, but when your wife gets dressed up or whatever, comment about how beautiful she looks. Then I'm like, oh, great. This is an opportunity for us to like get to the heart of it.
Yeah. You said something about how it would mean a lot to you for when you put the effort to really get dressed up for me to say you look beautiful. And I responded by saying, but if I don't think you look beautiful, do you still want me to say it?
And I was kind of upset when that happened.
Yeah, and that's when we started really getting into it, because it highlighted that the tension between us in that moment was that there was a way that my wife could dress that I didn't think she no longer was beautiful. And I think that was something that you heard even before I realized that that's what I was saying. Like, you clearly was like, okay, so you're offended and uncomfortable with telling me at a certain time, period, that I'm beautiful. And that's not cool. And I was literally defending it to you, being like, accept it, because the times I really think you're beautiful, I say it.
Right. And I think it's like, I remember a long time ago, we were talking about how, like, the love languages, like, we could try to be loving others, right, even our spouses, the way that we feel like we should love them. But if it's not in their love language, I feel like it's not received. So, for example, like, when I took the test recently, or it was like physical touch, acts of service. And so if my husband's like trying to give me words of affirmation or gifts, that's not really like a top level love language, that I still don't feel loved. And so and I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to you commenting about my beauty, like, I appreciate when you call me beautiful or cute when I'm not wearing makeup, but it's something about, like, when a woman tries to get dressed up, again, once in a blue moon, I'm one of those people who are like, hey, makeup, it enhances beauty. So particularly for me. And so when I'm putting on makeup, when I'm putting on like fancy jewelry, a cute outfit, I want to be like looked at. I want to be appreciated and commented on by specifically my husband.
Yeah. And you're highlighting, not only did we see differently about what we thought makeup actually was for, because I remember that came up too, where I was like, all right, so why you wear makeup? And then you were like, what'd you say? Remember I asked you, I was like, why do you wear makeup?
I don't know. What did I say?
I think you were like, because I feel like it enhances.
Yeah, I literally just said that a few moments ago. Yeah, because it enhances beauty.
And I
say I know I'm beautiful without makeup. I don't even have makeup on right now. Yeah, I have lip gloss. I have like false lashes, but like, I'm doing a podcast. But
and then I was like, when you said that, I was like, nah, makeup changes the way you look.
For some people, I agree. However, for myself, I feel like I look very much myself. I don't even know how to do makeup. All I do is literally all I do is foundation, fake lashes, and some blush. I don't know how to do the little beating your face, contour. So you're even lucky that I don't even do none of that.
Right. But like because I'm still building this up to realize how I was really strong in my position.
Right.
How you were really strong in your position. And ultimately then you said something. You said, yo, there's an idol or a heart issue that's making you so caught up on...
Yeah, like pride.
Yeah, pride.
I said
but you were like,
prideful.
there's something that you're...
Because I'm literally asking you to do something for me, but you can't do it. The ask is simple. Like, hey...
Tell me I'm beautiful when I feel beautiful.
Yeah.
And my response was, no, because I don't want to lie.
I don't want to be fake or whatever.
I don't want to be fake. And then I said something along the lines of, and I don't want... if I say you're beautiful and I don't think you're beautiful, for you to start looking like that all the time. And how did that make you feel when I said that?
I was upset. I was like, duh, I know that. Like, I know that I'm beautiful without makeup. You don't have to try to convince me of that. I know that. But there's a time where I literally just want to enhance a bit, and that's it,
But how did it make you feel hearing that my fear about telling you that you're beautiful was because I was afraid.
Well, I felt like that was an insecurity on your end, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because essentially, if the reason I'm not telling you that you're beautiful is because I'm afraid that you may wear something or dress something or put on makeup that I don't like.
Yeah.
What does that really mean about me?
Right.
Does it mean that my whole identity around complimenting my wife is built on me trying to control her to be something that I like that isn't what she wants to be?
Wow.
Like, am I only telling you're beautiful in order to keep you
from looking a certain way or
keep you to look a certain way?
Yeah.
But if it's not really the way that you actually feel beautiful or look beautiful.
Yeah.
And
that's real. That's real. And this is why they say marriage is a mirror, because it will literally show yourself to yourself.
Yeah.
And, there's some things that surfaced up with me. This was a conversation for myself, too, to go deeper in my heart. Like, why do I have an issue with this?
Yeah. Because I remember one of the things, we both were triggered. We was arguing. We was going really crazy. One of the things we really started arguing about was, I remember you was yelling. You was like, why is it so hard for you to just tell me I'm beautiful if I like the way I look? If I feel beautiful, like, you can just tell me I'm beautiful. Yeah. And then I was like, is it going to mean that much to you if I don't really think you're beautiful in that moment? And I think you were like, well, the guys outside and people outside is going to tell me I'm beautiful.
It is facts. Like, every time when I go to church, like, I get all the compliments from my friends, girlfriends, no men, because they know I'm married out here. But, but
in the streets, though.
Yeah, in the streets. Yeah, obviously, like, oh, you look good, but that's just in general. I could be wearing anything, to be honest. But it is kind of sad. I brought that up. I was like, it is sad that I have to rely on, not saying rely on it, but it's sad that I'm getting compliments from strangers or even like friends from church than my own husband.
Yeah.
Not
and
saying
that I was comfortable with that.
But that doesn't mean that they, the guys, specifically the guys on the street. Shout out to my girls who do compliment me, at church. But the guys on the street, I don't care about their opinion about me. I care about my husband.
But the reason why I didn't believe that was because it was a very strong argument of they think, you don't think, but they think.
But I do think that I look beautiful with the makeup.
No, but I'm saying that I had just said in that moment that I didn't think you were beautiful with the makeup and all those outfits on. And you responded by, but they think.
So I guess I have a quick context question. Are you saying that when I do have the makeup on and the dresses, all of that, you don't think I'm beautiful?
That's what I was saying.
So
we're having this podcast. We've worked through this. We've worked through this. But that night when we were arguing, that's what I was saying.
So you thought I was ugly?
2 weeks ago, I thought you was ugly when you wore makeup.
Wow, this is new information, guys.
We argued about this.
No, you didn't tell me I was ugly.
You literally said.
No, I never heard about.
I was like, if I don't think you look beautiful when you wearing that makeup and stuff, I still need to say you beautiful. And you were like, yes.
Yeah, but you didn't say the word ugly. That's really wild, but okay.
Okay, so.
Wow.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I would have said that when you wore makeup and all these outfits that you liked, that I didn't like, I would have said that you weren't attractive.
Okay.
And to that, your response was, but the men outside think I am. And
it wasn't like about that. It was more so like, it's sad that the men outside are commenting on me and the comment that I want from my husband.
Exactly.
That's what I meant.
Exactly.
I don't care what they think. I don't.
Right. But it was the way that you said it in place of what I said. It was the timing of me saying something hurtful. And naturally, when I say something hurtful, where you feel vulnerable, you don't feel hurt, you don't feel loved, you don't feel beautiful.
I want to hurt back.
You want to hurt back.
And that's something, and that was a low blow for sure.
But the crazy thing is, I was actually comfortable with the logic that I was mad at. Think about it. I was literally like, I'm not going to tell you beautiful when I don't like what you got on. But I'm going to be comfortable with other guys doing what I'm not willing to do for my own wife. I'm comfortable with letting other men do what I'm not willing to do for my own wife.
I feel like that's pride.
That's crazy. And I was really there. I was like,
yeah.
Like, y'all can tell her she beautiful when she wear that. Y'all can tell her she beautiful when she wear that.
Yeah.
I ain't saying she beautiful because I don't like what she got on.
Even though that's what I wanted from him. Yeah.
And what did I ask you to do about statements where we brought other men's opinions of your beauty into the equation about how we were going to respond to our own appearances? Particularly, we were talking about yours. So do you remember what I specifically asked you to do about that topic and deviation of other men's opinions?
What, to not say them to you?
Yeah. Do you remember, like?
No.
Yeah. So I asked my wife, I was like, what is your purpose and reason for telling me that other men think you're beautiful when I don't? And you responded by telling me, I'm saying that to motivate you to start telling me I'm beautiful because they doing it and you not.
Yeah.
And
you kind of was like, that's not really motivation for me.
Yeah, I was like, that ain't motivating me.
Yeah.
Like, because to me, it sounded like you were saying, hey, husband, all these men think I'm beautiful.
Think I'm a baddie.
So you better think I'm beautiful because they think I'm beautiful and they're right. And for me, though that's not what you were saying, I was hearing it as the standard of my beauty actually comes from someone outside of this home.
Which is not true.
And if they think I'm beautiful, then I'm beautiful and you better recognize.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But that's not how it works. I was just telling you that just get you motivated to be like, man, that is messed up how she's getting comments from strangers, and that's just something that she desires from me, but I'm not willing to do it. Yeah.
So we're almost to where we're present moment where we can actually really work out where this convo ended, because it didn't end well. We were arguing, we were intense. She went her separate way that night. I stayed on the couch, and eventually I got into bed, but I waited till she was asleep so we couldn't talk no more. Like, it was real petty. But as we're almost to where we are present day and the things that we still need to work out, we're just laying all the issues of this conversation before you. So we had that moment talking about me saying, don't bring up other men and what they think about you. That's not motivating. That's not helpful to me. And then one of the other things that came out in that moment was me basically saying that I agree with you that if I'm not telling you that you're beautiful because of a fear that I have, then I'm actually operating in an insecurity and I'm not really letting you be free.
Right.
And I remember repenting and telling you, hey, I haven't allowed you to dress how you want to dress, to be creative, to feel like you can put on whatever and still have the love and approval from your husband. And I realized I put you in a prison, in a box, this whole 7 years we've been married because you don't even feel like you can dye your hair. You don't even feel like you can...
I could keep my hair long because he likes short hair.
You don't even feel like you can experiment with your fashion choices because of the way I've made you feel for 7 years. Like you're only beautiful if you stick within this box. We ended the conversation there and pretty much me just saying, fine, I'll tell you you're beautiful, whatever you got on. And if I don't like it, I'm still going to say it. But my heart wasn't right that night.
Right.
My heart wasn't right. I was like in a half repentant state where I was saying...
God calls us to be a cheerful giver. He was definitely not giving cheerful.
Yeah. The convo had started to show me a lot of things about myself that weren't good. I was really frustrated because I, for the longest, thought that I had kind of beat some of these battles already. Battles about fully accepting you for who you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a journey, babe. Like, there are things that I'm still working on with what the Lord has surfaced up in my heart when we got married. And I think it's just a journey. And I appreciate you being on this journey, us being on this journey together as God continues to, like, reveal ourselves, you know, to us. So I appreciate that. And yeah, sometimes we have, like, our heart has to catch up. That's just the reality. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're at present moment. We're at the present moment where I can acknowledge that the person I was in that conversation 2 weeks ago was a very broken man who was experiencing how much he has hurt his wife by not being able to love her like Christ calls me to love her and really giving her the freedom. Present day, the Lord has showed me some of the reasons why. And can I
you can share.
Use this moment to be honest with you about some things I've never told you.
Oh, this is live. Okay.
That's why I said we're going to get to present moment. And then I said, I'm going to actually now share.
But I do want to say, before you say that, just for clarity, it's not even just about makeup. Makeup, I feel like, was the tool that God used to help uncover. So the argument really, on surface level, sure, makeup, but there's a deeper, like, a depth to it. So
That's
this is what my husband's about to share right now.
That's what we're getting to.
Okay.
That's what we're getting to.
All
and
right.
Feel free to, because you know me better than anybody. And if you feel like you know that I have an issue that I'm not aware of, that I don't see, that I need to confront in this effort to be honest, then call it out.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be self-deceived and think that I see everything. But if you like, no, this is really what it is.
Okay.
You really have this problem.
All right.
What the Lord showed me was, because of our different past and histories before getting together, I felt like making you dress a way that I was comfortable with was my way of getting back at all the men in your past that might have told you you were beautiful before I actually came into your life. Does that make sense? Like, for me, I had an insecurity, and the Lord was showing me this. He was like, The reason why you don't like her being creative with her fashion is because you wonder if the reason why she likes wearing her hair that way, that color, that style, is because if there was a boyfriend or somebody in her past who used to tell her, "You beautiful, I love that, I like this about you." And because you're insecure about your wife's past, you try to control her in order to not deal with actually who you really are.
That's real. You might need to take a little break. Give me some bill.
Go ahead. What do you, how does that hit you?
Wow, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. I'm grateful that you're free because...
I may not be.
Yes, you are. I rebuke you. Whom the Son sets free is free indeed.
I mean,
Don't
I realize
forget.
it now.
No, I do feel like it makes sense. Like, I understand. I can see where you're coming from, for sure. But again, it does speak to the levels of the insecurities that we may have coming into marriage, not really understanding or knowing why we do certain things or don't do certain things. In this case in point, not calling your spouse beautiful.
Yeah. So, like, reverse the roles. If I had a bunch of women before
so
you,
just putting myself.
if I had a bunch of women before me and you got married and got together, and there was a bunch of styles that you were like, it's probably some women that told him like, "Yo, I like your hair like that," or "I like."
But I don't know. Maybe I don't. I think we're just different people because I really don't care about that. Like, I don't. I'm insecure in different ways, but maybe not in that way. Like,
Okay,
you know.
fair. That's fair.
So I would be like, cool. I don't care if another girl told you to rock your hair like that. Like, I like it like that. I like it however you wanna rock it. So that's just me personally.
So like if I wanted to cut my braids,
Which you did.
which I did, and you found out that an ex of mine was the reason I got braids. Or no, let me say it reverse. Yeah, if I wanted to cut my braids and you found out that an ex of mine was the reason why I didn't want to wear those braids, because she used to always be like, "Yo,
You would look so much better.
you look so good without your hair long."
I wouldn't really care, to be honest.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
cool.
It's not
So we have different insecurities.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're literally, yeah.
So my insecurities are not hers, but that was my issue.
Yeah.
I would always look at what you were dressed up as and the beautiful way that you felt,
Right.
which you are beautiful with whatever you wear.
Thank you.
I would look at what you were wearing and I would think, somebody in her past told her to dress like that, and their voice is louder than mine right now.
Which is a lie, but yes.
And I was believing that lie.
Yeah.
And I just want to apologize to you
Publicly, thank you.
because, like, one of the ways that I get a chance to heal is by realizing that letting you be free to be beautiful the way that you feel beautiful is one of the best ways I can love you. And it's one of the best ways that I can remember that God speaks to you and heals you and teaches you all the things that my control or my fear will never teach you.
That's true.
Like,
Amen.
You're wise enough. You have the Holy Spirit. You have enough knowledge of the Lord to know what habits from your past come from things that aren't your husband and things that aren't godly. And I don't have to control you into making you realize what those things are.
Right.
So I want you to know that you can wear whatever you want to wear. You can dress however you want to dress.
I could finally dye my hair.
You could finally dye your hair.
I have not been able to dye my hair for 7 years.
She ain't been able to do nothing for 7 years.
This might be a different one, but I'm also not allowed to get tattoos. Is that a different level? Oh. That's another episode. Okay, continue. But that's part of my creativity, babe.
The Lord is...
That's a
Because in my mind, okay, was there ever an ex in your past that used to get tattoos with? Or that had a lot of tattoos and it was like, this is our thing? Or
No.
not maybe our thing, but like, yeah.
No. Yeah. No. There was one ex we got tattooed together one time, and that was my first tattoo. After that, I got tattoos because I love tattoos.
So your first tattoo was with an ex?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. We didn't ask.
And I don't know how I feel about that. But
that's another podcast episode.
Okay, so you're asking me now if everything that I'm saying I'll allow you to do, hair, be creative, be free, you're asking me right now if now that I know that your first tattoo was with your ex, if you can get tattoos.
I would like us to get a tattoo together that represents our marriage.
I can be like your first ex.
No.
So you can remember like.
No, I'm not remembering none of them.
Just like I had a tattoo with him.
I literally.
Which one is it?
Honey, I want to get a tattoo with you.
Which tattoo was with him?
My first tattoo.
Yeah, which one is that?
Do you know what my first tattoo is?
No, which one is that?
The one right here that says love and then faith upside down.
On your shoulder?
Yes.
Oh, we got to get that removed, babe.
I want to get it removed.
ASAP.
Okay, thank you.
So now we got to get that tattoo removed.
But yeah, I haven't been able to get a tattoo ever since we've been together.
Yeah.
I really like tattoos. Most of them are biblically references. So
yeah. I think one of the other things that this conversation brought me to was not only that I was trying to control you out of insecurity, but it made me also think about how the fact that we're even together, everything that the Lord has already been doing in my heart of showing me the beautiful woman of God that you are, and how in so many ways I've still failed to surrender to what God has told me about my own self and about what he's called me into, and how in so many ways I've still tried to attempt to control. How do you feel hearing that?
I feel really grateful. I feel grateful because it does show, number one, you love God and his Holy Spirit lives in you, and that you love me truly, because you could just be a man who literally would just be stubborn and prideful and not allow God to just heal you, and continue down this path of controlling. Because I feel like if you continue to have this spirit of control or pride, it would just probably get worse over time. And now in year 7, you're allowing God to work on your heart, and will continue to do so. It just gives me like really hope, and I just feel encouraged and also motivated for me to continue to do the inner work and the deeper work that God is calling me to do, against any lies that I believed that have led to insecurities that has affected our marriage.
Yeah, that's really good, and thank you for that. Final thoughts I have. Part of the reason why I thought this conversation is important, because everything we navigate in marriage, I've realized that we're often not the only ones.
Yeah.
Whether couples are same culture, same race, interracial, whatever it is, there's always opportunities in your marriage where we are trying to fight against God's plan to surrender based off of fear that we have. That fear often drives for men the desire to control their wives, to put limits on their wives, which ultimately prevent their wives from being who God made them to be, which is the thing that actually helps us be who God made us to be.
Right.
But the one final thing that I wanted to talk about as we kind of close up is this idea that what is it? There's one final thing that I think is really important.
Okay.
Yeah. The final thing that I wanted to talk about before we wrap up is that I also asked you to do something that I was being hypocritical about that very night. I basically was like, and you better not feel good when no men outside of this home compliment you and say that you're beautiful. And I didn't specifically say those words, but it was in there in me basically saying that. And the Lord was showing me everybody feels good when they get a compliment. And a lot of times it don't have to be anything deep.
Right.
Like I've wired y'all to feel good when you get a compliment. And so
it's not even about like the physical too. It could be about anything.
Yeah.
Like great presentation or whatever.
Yeah. So my last question is, what do you feel like is a healthy way for us to file compliments away? Think about how you would want me if you know that I'm out in the city. You know that, say you could be a fly on the wall and you just seen a bunch of women compliment me.
Okay.
As my wife, what are some things that you would want me to do with the
Those
fact that a natural part of life is that women, people of the opposite sex, are going to compliment a married person?
What I want you to do with that?
What do you think a married man should do?
Yeah.
What do you think I should do?
And what should I? Okay.
You can make it general. Probably think about me, whatever though.
I can only think about you because you're my husband.
Right.
I mean, I think whether it was intended for harm or not, because some women be out here scheming. Anyway, sorry. I would say, like, remember that your identity is in Christ first, and that number 2, you are a married man, and feel free if it was crazy to tell me. I feel you should tell me, be like, yo, this shorty on, Third Avenue, and it made me feel good.
So what would be crazy? Like if she you said if she complimented something crazy to tell you, like what would be
like something like
what would be normal and what would be crazy?
I feel like normal would be like, oh, you look good, or like, oh, like dope outfit, like cool. I've gotten that before, like respectful, like men literally just be like, oh, I really like your fit. Yeah. Cool. Like, I'm not about to tell you about that. But if it's like, yo, shorty, yo, them thighs and all that stuff.
No, I'm talking about, but we're talking about her complimenting me. She wouldn't say, yo, thighs.
I know,
like,
but I'm saying an example of like what a guy
that ain't no compliment to me, yo, thighs.
I mean, hey, some guys are proud of their thighs.
I'm not going for that.
But I would say, like, oh, you have a really cute smile, or like.
That's crazy?
Yeah, like you have a really cute smile. Yes.
Women say that, and I don't be thinking that's crazy.
Okay, well, or
so basically, if a woman
like
says that's like a flirty compliment.
If they know you're married, for sure.
And they say that's a cute smile?
Yeah.
That's a regular compliment.
I don't think so. A cute smile, or like, oh yeah, you look good, or like, oh, you fine, like stuff like that. I'd be like, all right, you doing the most.
Especially fine is definitely, I get that. But you have a cute smile is like
kinda,
I better come home and tell you.
Like a flirty way, like, oh, you have a cute smile.
Like I need to come home and tell you that.
I bet you got like, or like some like, you got really kissable lips, like that. Oh no, it's on site.
Someone has told me that.
Wow.
Since we've been married.
Are you serious? Okay.
Yeah, a girl was like, your lips are great.
Why didn't you tell me? That's wild.
I didn't think that was crazy.
Oh, you would be okay if a guy came up to me like, yo, you got some really kissable lips, shorty. No, you be okay with that?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I should have told you about that one.
Yes. I think anything like kind of like sexual, I think that is obviously off limits for sure.
So cute smile is sexual?
No, it's fine, whatever. But I'm saying it's the way you say it, like, oh, you have a cute smile,
Got you. Okay.
It's about how you say it.
And for me, did I ask this question really just because I want to tell you what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, apparently for me, you was already ready with the list.
Okay, go ahead, finish yours.
No, you good. Go ahead. That's really, go ahead.
Okay, so let me first make sure I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Compliments are okay. It's a part of life. I don't have to feel guilty.
Oh, okay, one thing though is like, it also, you should tell me too and repent to God if it made you feel a certain way. Like, oh, like
she's snapping, y'all. This is why she my wife.
Like,
you hear that?
Oh, like Shawty said that. Like maybe it's not even about what they say. It's how it made you feel.
Ooh, like you snapping.
Ooh, I would definitely try to get her if I wasn't married. You know what I'm saying?
The compliment. It's not really about words.
Right.
We shouldn't police the words.
Exactly.
It's what about the words did to you.
Us. Yes. Like if a thought be like, yeah, I could have like bagged Shorty if I wasn't married. Or even though I'm married, like any, how the devil be scheming.
That's
but
good.
That's just real, like, yeah.
Okay, so that is a game changer.
Yes,
that is a game changer, babe. I really appreciate that because you're really telling me I'm not gonna sit here and give you no legalistic rule about if she says this.
I mean, there are things that are crazy, but we already established that, like the whole sexual.
But still, it's kind of like I think you elevated it to spiritual maturity because it's like. Really, it's not really about what they say.
Exactly.
It's about how you receive it.
How we received it and reacted to it.
Because if a woman say, something super crazy, but I ain't receive it like
Right,
that, then it don't matter.
Or you don't react in a
But if she says
ungodly
something
way.
super not crazy, but I receive it like that, then it's dangerous.
Right.
Which is so true. And I think for me, it's important for you to know, because I want to know this from you too when we switch, that for me, maybe different than you, I don't feel most complimented when people compliment my looks. I feel actually most complimented.
I know that about you.
When people compliment the way I think.
Yep, your wisdom. I know.
So like, if there were two women in the room and one woman was like, yo, you look fit. And another woman was like, yo, you deep. I'm going to feel like,
I know.
The one who said you deep, I'm going to be like, word.
Yeah. I know that about you.
And I think that's healthy for us to know.
Exactly, yeah.
For you, if you had, what kind of compliment is most to the heart
like
for you?
Appealing or?
Yeah.
I feel like a mix of the same. Like, I feel like when somebody compliments like my work ethic.
You killed that event.
Yeah, or like you definitely were meant to like do this, you know? Like you're a superstar. Like something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, but also you a baddie.
But if they say both, then it's really like
it's
dangerous.
like, oh, snap.
It's really dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
So that means I need to be regularly telling you, you a baddie and you killed that event. Like every morning I need to
wake up on site. You a
baddie and you killed that event, babe. Bet.
But also, I think also my spiritual too, like, you're like so full of wisdom. And I doubt that any like men of God would be saying this knowing that I'm a married woman. Like, you know.
They out there, they do that.
I know. And just like women of God do that too. We've had our dealings. But anyways, we got to wrap this up. But so how do you want to?
How do I want you to respond?
Oh yeah, how would you want me to respond?
Wow, you trying to end it. You don't want the accountability?
Respectful. No, I'm telling you, how should we end? So tell me.
That's how we ending it.
Okay,
great. You told me, I'm going to tell you, and then we going to tell the people.
Yes, go ahead.
When you receive compliments, you set the standard so high. I don't want to police it about what kind of compliments. I think I only want to know how the ones that make you feel a certain way. I think if we do that, I think we have a very healthy marriage.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
if we can come home at the end of the day and be like, yo, somebody complimented me and it did something in my heart that took me a little bit off course of being grateful for what I have, even in a little way. Yeah. And I'm going to confess about it on my own. I think we're like A+.
That's really good.
Because couples ain't doing that.
I mean, yeah, and we already built a rhythm where we've even like talked even about our eyes, if our eyes drift. So this is going to be a deeper thing.
This is deeper.
Right, because it deals with the heart now.
Because people think about confession only being bad things.
Right.
But if you actually confess good things, like, I got a compliment today. And
it made me feel this way.
It made me actually really feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
That could be a game changer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, confession is definitely key in marriage.
Love it. Cool. Well, man, how do you feel? Any final thoughts or things on your heart?
I was in for a treat because, again, I did not know what to expect today. He did not give me really no teasers of what we're going to talk about. So y'all getting this off the fly, off the cuff.
The cuff.
But I'm grateful, Tour Life, we back.
We might not be back. Let's not promise that.
I mean, in our own consistency / inconsistency.
Right. We want to give y'all stuff that's really meaningful.
Yes.
But also we don't want to burden ourselves by adding something to our plate.
Right.
Because we love y'all and we love ourselves.
And we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
So, peace.